I really don't understand how yeast works. I need help. But who can help me? Annette. Annette. I need your help.
Hold on, Cloris. I'll be there soon.
Annette. I need your help. Do you know about yeast?
Hi, Cloris. Yeast?
Yes, yeast.
Okay, let me explain to you. Yeast, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, is a single-cell microorganism and is a member of the fungi kingdom. It has a wide range of food applications and is used in the production of bread, beer and wine. To let you have a better understanding, let me bring you to see how yeast is used in the food industry. Come with me. Cloris, this is Connie. Connie, this is Cloris. Cloris, Connie will explain about yeast extraction to you.
Basically, yeast extract is the extraction of the content of yeast cell without the cell wall. The three main steps to produce yeast extract are fermentation, autolysis, and separation. It all begins with the fermentation step. First, sugar and sufficient oxygen is supplied to promote the growth of yeast cell, in 30 degrees Celsius. Next, is the autolysis step. The natural enzymes break down the yeast proteins into simpler compounds in a large tank, at a temperature of 45 to 55 degrees Celsius. This also causes cell wall becomes partially broken down. The mixture is then centrifuged at high speed to separate the remaining cell wall and release the cell content. Finally, yeast extract is produced.
Wow, that was great. I think I have a greater understanding on yeast extraction now. Thank you, Connie.
You're welcome.
Annette, how about application of yeast in beer and winemaking? I want to know more about it too.
Okay. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Uni.
Hi, I'm Yabi.
Let us explain to you the process of brewing beer. First of all, you have to know yeast undergoes anaerobic pathway in the production of beer.
There are a few steps required to produce beer. Firstly, the malting process. Dry barley grains are immersed in water to allow germination.
Then, the germination of seeds is stopped by heating slowly at 80 degrees Celsius. This is called kilning process.
After that, the malted barley grains undergo milling process by crushing them between the rollers to produce grist.
The process is now followed by mashing. Hot water of 70 to 80 degrees Celsius is added into grist. The heat activates the enzyme which break down the starch into simple sugar.
The residues are removed and a sugary liquid called wort is formed. Wort is then undergoing a lautering process by straining it through the bottom of mash tun which separated it from husk of grains.
Then, a substance known as hope are added to the wort and boiled to a high temperature to add bitterness and flavor. Then, the liquid is rapidly cooled and transferred to the fermentation vessel.
Lastly, yeast is added into liquid for fermentation. It respires the sugar in the wort and produces ethanol and carbon dioxide. Ethanol makes the beer alcoholic and carbon dioxide makes it fizzy.
When the fermentation process is complete, an alcoholic beer is now produced. If you still don't get it, let me show you an animation video to make it clearer. Watch this, enjoy.
I hope you can understand better now. Thank you for watching.
The explanation by Uni and Yeb just now was awesome. Can't wait to visit the winemaking section.
Yeah, but let's us take a short break first. Cloris, look. This is a wine factory.
Wow.
Hi, I am Edwin, the manager of this wine factory. Let me bring you to visit our wine factory.
Sure.
First, let me briefly tell you about the process of making wine. There are 5 main processes: harvesting, crushing and pressing, fermentation, clarification, and the last step is aging and bottling. Step 1. Grapes are first harvested manually or mechanically. Time to harvest the grapes is very important. This is because it will determine the flavor of the wine. Then all the grapes collected will be sent into the crusher. Step 2. All the grapes will be crushed in the crusher stemmer. When red grape are used to produce white juice, crushing is sometimes accomplished by pressing. But when producing red juice, pressing process can be skipped. The resulting mixture is called must, which is the juices that contain seeds, skins, and pulps of grapes. Then the must is sterilized to prevent contamination and improve the quality of the wine. Step 3. Alcoholic fermentation. The yeast shown above is used during the fermentation. Yeast break down sugar in the grape to form pyruvate molecule. Yeast carries out this process without oxygen. Therefore, yeast undergoes anaerobic respiration. Pyruvate molecule is then broken down into ethanol, carbon dioxide, and NAD+. During this process, temperature control is also very important. This is to provide a suitable condition for the yeast and also to ensure the quality of the wine. Step 4. This is the process in which the tannins and dead yeast are removed. Filtration and fining process are done during clarification. All the large solid particles are filtered out. Then all the unwanted particles that may affect the flavor of the wine will be removed. Step 5. Wine is transferred to the oak barrel for further aging. This is because the oak barrel enable the wine to reach desirable flavor. After the aging process, all the wine will then be bottled and sealed. So that's all about wine making process, and also the mechanism of the yeast.
Wow, it is so interesting.
Yeah, I agree too. It is so impressive.
Thank you for sharing the information with us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You are welcome.
So we are going to leave now, Edwin. Thank you again for everything.
Yeah, thank you, Edwin.
This is my pleasure.
Annette, any more place to visit? I'm kinda tired.
There is one more place to visit. Keep going, Cloris.
Welcome to my bakery. What can I help you?
Hello, I am Cloris and she is Annette. May we visit to your bread factory to see the process of making bread?
No problem, let me lead you to visit my bread factory. This is my bread factory.
I am so excited. Let's go.
Wow, what is this?
This is the first step to make bread. In this step, all the measured ingredients are mixing together to a smooth and uniform dough. Then, the dough is allowed to ferment. Yeast can undergo both aerobic and anaerobic pathways to carry out fermentation. During the aerobic pathway, yeast respires sugar in the dough and produces carbon dioxide and water at a warm temperature of 25 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. Carbon dioxide produced makes the dough rise. When run out of oxygen, yeast will undergo an anaerobic fermentation by respire sugar to produce ethanol and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide produced in both pathways accumulates and tiny bubbles are created. Gluten traps the bubbles and this gives the bread a soft texture. Let's go to the next scene. After that, the ferment dough is folded to expel the carbon dioxide formed during fermentation and strengthen the gluten. Later, the dough is divided into the desired portions and formed into its final shape and placed in the pan that it will be baked in.
Oh, I see. Then the dough is directly put into oven for baking.
No. The dough should be placed until it rises to 80% to 85% of the dough's overall volume before baking. Let's go to see the bread's baking process. The bread is put into oven for baking.
What is the temperature and time for baking bread?
The temperature and time to bake the bread is different for various type of bread. During the baking process, ethanol is evaporated and the yeast is killed at 63 degrees Celsius. The bread is then cooled and sent to bakery for selling. That is all about the baking process. Do you have any question?
No question. Thank you for your explaining. We really learn a lot from this visit.
Today's visit was so fun. I think I have a better understanding towards yeast now.
Not only you, Cloris. I gained a lot of new knowledge about yeast too.
To summarize, yeast is a very beneficial microorganism and plays an important role in the food industry.
Yes, you are correct, Cloris.